Let's talk about new studies showing that super high fiber diets lead to long life.
Dr. Paul Haider, Master Herbalist. Get healthy now.
Hi, Dr. Paul Haider, Master Herbalist here. Well, let's talk about some new studies that came out last year showing that super high fiber diets actually lead to long life. So, very important. This is January 2019. These are randomized controlled studies, trials, and meta-analysis, a whole bunch of stuff. Hundreds of thousands of actual studies actually showing, this is a massive study, actually showing it really, fiber is the most important thing. You know, we tend to focus on protein, oh, this protein. I get this all the time, you know, but people get too much protein, and on the average, 97% of most Americans are deficient in fiber. I bet most people get about 20 grams of fiber daily. Really not good. No wonder we're sick on the average, really. This opens the door to cancer, it opens the door to heart disease, opens the door to, colon cancer, opens the door to strokes and diabetes, all kinds of things. And of course, it shortens our life in a big way. So super high fiber diet is really important. So if we get a lot of fiber, we lower our amount of heart attacks down, amazingly so. We actually lower colon cancer down to amazingly small amounts. Also, we can cut our strokes down to almost nothing. Lower diabetes just about completely, and live long lives. So very, very important. Fiber is good for our good gut bacteria in our gut, and it feeds the good bacteria in our gut, and it's very important. And these bacteria create these short-chain fatty acids. Now, these short-chain fatty acids are called postbiotics. You got the prebiotics, which is the fiber, the probiotics, which are the bacteria themselves, then the postbiotics, which are these short-chain fatty acids, which start to heal us from the inside out. And not all fiber is the same. You know, you get these bars, and they say they have fiber in them and all that kind of stuff. Well, most of it is just usually wheat bran. It's not good. There's about 1 billion different types of fiber in plants, and it's really important that we eat all of them. we want 1 billion different types of bacteria in our gut, which is what we need. We need lots and lots and lots of them. And not all fiber is the same. And we have prebiotic fiber, which is all from different types of plants. You know, animals don't provide this. It's plants. There's no doubt about that. And eating lots of different types of plants gives us lots of different types of fiber, soluble and insoluble types of fiber, which feeds different types of gut bacteria. And also, you know, there's certain bacteria that actually keep us thin. There's certain bacteria or actually speed up our metabolism, certain bacteria to keep our heart healthy, on and on and on. So we need to have this kaleidoscope of wonderful bacteria in our gut. And these short-chain fatty acids actually even heal leaky gut disease. So, wow. And no wonder we have so many people coming down with, colon problems and leaky gut disease and on and on. People are not eating fiber. That's all there is to it. And they think of fiber, they think of this orange mixture that, everybody mixes up and drinks, which is absolutely terrible. That's not fiber. Well, let's eat our vegetables. That's fiber. There's no doubt about that. Also, different types of short-chain fatty acids actually prevent colon cancer completely. So that's important also. And the short-chain fatty acids actually prevent coronary artery disease. So that's important also. Also, the short-chain fatty acids prevent Alzheimer's disease. And if you want to keep your, cognitive abilities going, I think it's really important to get these short-chain fatty acids into your diet via fiber. and the gut bacteria will do the rest. And we tend to focus, like I said, on protein. I need protein, I need protein, I need strong muscles, all that kind of stuff. Even though the average person is getting way too much protein. In the last few years, I've seen a 15 times increase in kidney disease because, you know, the USDA is pushing 20% protein, which is really not good. We need about 5 or 6% protein, and that's all we need, and that's exactly what we get from fruits, vegetables, grains, beans, that type of thing, which are really good for the body in general. Even too much plant-based protein is not good for the kidneys, so allow yourself. You know, animal studies actually show if we give, you know, animals a whole bunch of protein of any kind, they come down with kidney disease. Not good. So we want to make sure that we allow ourselves to eat plant-based, and it's vitally important to get all that fiber in there as much as possible. And we need, like I said, a diverse microbiome. That means lots of different types of plant fibers. Most people will eat about 6 foods on the average, which is really terrible. How are you going to get all that different types of plant-based fiber? You're not going to. So you're not going to have the diversity of gut bacteria. So you really need to, you know, expand your repertoire of different foods that you're eating. I just had a lady this morning. She's been eating just one type of cereal, you know, one type of grain in the morning with her fruit. And, you know, there's a whole bunch of different things. Buckwheat you can have, you know, fonio, you know, kaniwa. There's, you know, all kinds of oatmeal, all kinds of different types of things that people can eat. And also, you know, wonderful tomatoes are great. And zucchinis are amazing, you know. This is a huge one. I'm going to make some spaghetti out of this. Also, carrots are amazing. Vegetables, 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 really important. Also, it's soluble or insoluble, you know. It's really, both are important. There's no doubt about it. Soluble actually feeds the gut bacteria, but the fiber actually makes, you know, gets rid of constipation, and constipation is a huge problem in the United States and can lead to early death. There's no doubt about that. These side effects of constipation cause huge problems. So we need a lot of soluble bacteria, fiber, which to feed our good bacteria. And these plants break down to feed those, you know, bacteria in a great way. Too much fiber, of course, if you go crazy with it, I can see all these people, you know, drinking up fiber like crazy because Dr. Haider said to drink a lot of fiber, you know. Go into it slowly. You're going to end up with diarrhea, gas, bloating, that type of thing. You know, it's kind of like working out. You know, I work out a lot. Just at 100 pull-up crunches. But you really need, you know, if I did that the first day I ever worked out, I would end up with, you know, so cramped over. I remember one particular person came to me one time and they worked out like crazy. They were so, you know, cramped up the next day they couldn't move. They ended up in bed. You got to go into anything slowly and push your limits slowly, just like working out. There's no doubt about it. But you got to push your limits. If you're going to build muscle, you got to push your limits a little bit. You know, go to 15 pounds, and then you go to 20 pounds, and then, you know, 25 pounds and 30 pounds, up to 40 and 50 pounds, and you slowly move it up. The same thing with adding fiber. You know, we have to slowly move into it, because otherwise, if you all kinds of fiber, you're going to end up with gas and bloating and all kinds of stuff. So you have to push your limits a little bit by little bit and allow yourself to, you know, slowly get a lot of fiber into your diet. Like I said, ease into that fiber. It's really important. And constipation, you know, a lot of people say, oh, I go to the bathroom once a day. Well, you may go to the bathroom once a day, but are you completely empty of, you know, when you go? You know, a lot of people don't like bathroom, you know, talk about going to the bathroom, but it's very, very important, you know. If you end up with gas all day, you end up with, you know, bloating on a regular basis, you just don't feel good, you know, feel weighted and fatigued, and you just don't feel good in general, it could be because you really don't have good bathroom habits. Maybe you don't have a routine of going to the bathroom every morning or every evening, whatever you set up. I'd rather do it in the morning so I have more get up and go. I actually feel better after I go to the bathroom. There's no doubt about that. And I usually go twice a day. Usually first thing in the morning and then right after having breakfast. Again, also I have a little decaf that makes me get up and go a little bit more too. I have 1 cup of decaf in the morning. So I also find that if you have that routine, the body responds to it and starts to move in the right direction of actually cleaning itself out on a regular basis. So it's really important. And if you don't have enough fiber, you're not going to go to the bathroom. There's no doubt about that. And, you know, beans are great fiber also. Lots of soluble and insoluble fiber. Oats are great fiber also. Soluble fiber, a lot of it right there. Lots of great things, which are, you know, buckwheat has great fiber also. All kinds of things. Fruits and vegetables, especially lots of berries. Really good for you. You know, it's really important to get that rhythm down. And once your body gets accustomed to going to the bathroom on a regular basis, it's really, really important. Also, you know, a lot of people are into blending their food. It's all good and well. And if you're a person who hates vegetables, go ahead and blend. It's good. I think there is a place for juicing. You know, green juices are great. I think it's really important to get those green juices, especially the, you know, the bitter greens and that type of thing. Kale, you know, and also cucumber, and, you know, Swiss chard and arugula and all these different things, which are really packed full of nutrients. To get that green juice in the morning, wow, really picks you up with nutrition. But chewing is important. There's no doubt about it. You know, if you go to a wonderful restaurant in Rome, or you go to Madrid, you ever been to the, you know, this civic center there, there's always restaurants around the outside, and you sit in that area, and really interesting that, you know, people sit there for hours and eat their food and enjoy interactions with everybody else around them. And, you know, they're having a leisurely meal, and it takes hours. And what happened to the Americans? We take our meal, put it in a blender, and start drinking it all day like this. Is that really fun? I don't think so myself. But if it gets you to eat vegetables, that's great. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying we should take time to chew our food. First of all, when we chew our food, we break it down. Also, we add amylase to it. That starts the first process of digestion. When we drink our food, we're not really getting any of that. So it's really important to take time to eat. And also, it's also important to take time to play. You know, I know a lot of people don't even play with their kids anymore. This is really not good. We need to take time to play. I think of it this way: 8 hours for work, 8 hours for sleep, and 8 hours for play. And for some reason, that 8 hours for play has disappeared. And we need to reinstate that back into our lives. So remember, get some really good fiber into your body. Most people are deficient. More than likely, 97% of you watching are deficient in fiber. So allow yourself to get that fiber into your body and move into it slowly. Otherwise, you'll have gas and you're not going to feel good. Otherwise, you know, but eventually you're going to feel great, and we're going to cut your chances of coming down with disease, and you're going to live a lot longer. Remember a couple things. Remember God, and remember, I love you.